More people than ever are engaging with cryptocurrencies every single day. But did you know that your location can significantly impact your experience with the asset class? There are a number of notable countries that see cryptocurrencies as the future of finance, implementing forward-thinking regulations that promote innovation while protecting users. So today, let's highlight a few of those leading the way, both in public adoption and by creating the kind of environment where crypto can thrive. My name is Jessica and welcome back to the Binance Studios. Before we go any further, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also let us know where you're watching us from. Now that that's out the way, let's get started. In no particular order, here is our first country. Number 1, we have Switzerland. Switzerland was one of the first countries to truly embrace crypto, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. At the heart of it all is Zug, a small region now famously known as Crypto Valley. Crypto Valley's story started back in 2013 when one entrepreneur saw Zug's potential: political neutrality, economic stability, and a long-standing culture of innovation. It wasn't long before the region attracted blockchain startups and crypto pioneers, all drawn in by low taxes, regulatory clarity, and a pro-crypto mindset. In 2017, the Crypto Valley Association was formed to build on that momentum, and one of its major highlights was the annual Crypto Valley Conference, which now draws in over 1,500 developers, founders, and policymakers from all around the world. Today, Crypto Valley is home to more than 1,300 blockchain companies and startups, including the Ethereum Foundation, famously launched by Vitalik Buterin from a small apartment in Zug in 2014. Switzerland's forward-thinking approach extends into daily life too. It's one of the most favorable countries in the world when it comes to crypto taxation. Individual investors are exempt from capital gains tax. The city also rolled out a blockchain-based digital ID system, allowing residents to vote and access public services. And since 2021, residents of Zug have also been able to pay their taxes in Bitcoin or Ethereum. Of course, none of this would have been possible without progressive regulation. FINMA, Switzerland's financial watchdog. But Switzerland's influence extends far beyond Crypto Valley. Each year, the World Economic Forum in Davos brings together the world's most influential leaders in business and policy. Blockchain and digital assets have become a central focus. The 2025 event drew in nearly 3,000 attendees, with major players like Binance, Circle, and Grayscale all weighing in on crypto's growing role in the global economy. Next up, we have the United Arab Emirates. With zero taxes on crypto transactions, the UAE is an obvious pick when discussing crypto-friendly countries. But its appeal goes way beyond just the tax perks. In fact, the Emirates had been pro-crypto for quite some time. In 2018, the Emirates blockchain strategy was launched. This ambitious plan focused on boosting government efficiency, building blockchain-powered industries, and positioning the country as a global blockchain leader. Then, in 2022, Dubai grabbed the global attention by launching the Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, VARA. It was the world's first regulator dedicated exclusively to digital assets. That clarity has made Dubai one of the top destinations for exchanges and Web3 firms. Binance is just one of several major names already calling Dubai home. And it's not just Dubai. Abu Dhabi has also been leading the charge. Its Financial Service Regulatory Authority launched the region's first comprehensive crypto framework back in 2018. Since then, Abu Dhabi has worked closely with global exchanges to shape one of the most transparent and well-regulated crypto environments anywhere in the world. These forward-thinking policies have enabled major growth. In March 2025, Abu Dhabi's MGX fund made a record-breaking $2 billion investment into Binance. That's more than a show of confidence. It's part of a much broader vision. The UAE sees blockchain as a cornerstone of its economic future, with government targets to create over 40,000 blockchain-related jobs and add more than $4 billion to GDP by 2030. With clear regulation, strong institutional backing, and also real momentum across the board, the UAE is a textbook example of a crypto-friendly nation. Next up, we have Singapore. Singapore's reputation as a global crypto hub is well-deserved. The country has been a pioneer in establishing comprehensive regulations. An important milestone came in 2020 with the Payment Service Act. It provided clear licensing frameworks and also strong consumer protection and anti-money laundering rules. This balance of structure and flexibility has helped Singapore attract some of the biggest names in the industry. By early 2025, the country was home to dozens of registered crypto exchanges and thousands of industry-related jobs. Not bad for a small city-state with just over 5 million people. For investors, Singapore offers another big advantage: zero capital gain tax on digital assets. It's also a top destination for global crypto communities to connect. Major events like Token 2049 take place in Singapore, drawing thousands of developers, investors, and builders from all over the world. Singapore's bustling startup scene is another highlight. Initiatives like the Blockchain Incubator Program help startups to turn ideas into real-world products. The result is a thriving environment where innovation and regulation work hand in hand, making Singapore one of the world's most attractive destinations for crypto. When it comes to cryptocurrencies, we simply can't ignore the USA. Many of the world's leading blockchain companies are based in America, and roughly 65 million Americans are estimated to own crypto as of 2025. Digital assets have clearly captured the nation's attention. This massive interest has been fueled by institutional enthusiasm, forward-looking policies, and a thriving tech scene. The US has a long history with crypto, but it's not always been plain sailing. But a major turning point came in January 2024 when the SEC approved the first ever spot Bitcoin ETFs. Financial giants like BlackRock and Fidelity quickly jumped in, launching products that made investing in crypto accessible to everyone. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust quickly became one of the fastest growing ETFs ever. On the corporate side, Strategy continues to gain attention with its record-breaking Bitcoin investments. Led by Executive Chairman Michael Saylor, the company now holds around 500,000 Bitcoin. And Saylor, he's not done yet. Regardless of market swings, he just keeps on buying. He's even predicted that Bitcoin could grow into a $200 trillion asset class by 2045. If there was a picture definition of bullish, it would be Michael Saylor's face. Even the US government seems to be all in on crypto these days. In January 2025, President Trump issued an executive order to support the responsible growth and use of digital assets and blockchain tech across all sectors of the economy. Then, in March, he went a step further by establishing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve and the US Digital Asset Stockpile. This effectively recognizes Bitcoin and other crypto assets as a national strategic resource, a clear vote of confidence in crypto's long-term potential. Major developments are underway across the US, with states such as Texas and Florida adopting crypto-friendly laws to attract blockchain businesses, but also to promote local economic growth. With the support of a notably pro-crypto administration, it's safe to say the US will continue to be one of the cryptocurrency's most important global hubs. Next up, we have Pakistan. Not long ago, if you asked about the top crypto-friendly nations, Pakistan likely wouldn't have made the list. Cryptocurrencies previously operated in a sort of gray area without being outright banned, but major developments have completely changed the landscape. In March 2025, the Pakistani government took a significant step by establishing the Pakistan Crypto Council. This body brings together the finance ministry, state bank, and security regulators to develop a clear regulatory framework aimed at fostering innovation, attracting foreign investment, and integrating blockchain technology into the economy. Just a month later, in April, Binance's founder, Changpeng Zhao, was appointed as its strategic advisor, emphasizing the country's demographic strength. He also noted that Pakistan is a country of over 240 million people, and more than 60% of the population is under 30. The potential here is immense. Even before this move, Pakistan had one of the world's largest crypto user bases, with an estimated 15 to 20 million active users. As one of the world's youngest countries, its tech-savvy population is naturally inclined to embrace digital assets. Now, with regulation finally catching up to demand, the stage is set for a new wave of growth. Now, one area where crypto could really make a real difference in everyday life is remittances, money sent home by Pakistanis working abroad. Traditional transfer methods tend to be costly and slow, but cryptocurrencies offer a faster, more affordable alternative. In the first half of the 2024 to 2025 fiscal year alone, overseas workers sent back $17.6 billion. That's more than the country's entire export revenue for the same period. While it's still early days, Pakistan is making big steps. The country has shown some of the world's biggest demand for crypto, and it's clearly determined to be a leader in the space. Next up, we have El Salvador. In 2021, El Salvador made crypto history by becoming the first nation to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The government introduced the Shiva wallet, offering citizens $30 in Bitcoin to encourage adoption, and announced plans for Bitcoin City, a tax-free crypto hub powered by geothermal energy from the Chonguga volcano. While the government's pro-crypto stance remains firm, the rollout has encouraged adjustments. Bitcoin is no longer officially classed as legal tender, and the ambitious Bitcoin City project is still in the planning stage. Despite these hurdles, El Salvador remains completely committed to its crypto vision. The government continues to accumulate Bitcoin for national reserves, operates a dedicated Bitcoin office, and also regularly hosts major industry events such as the Plan B Forum. Its crypto-friendly stance has attracted major players. Bitfinex relocated to El Salvador to support the country's ambitions as a regional financial service hub, and in early 2025, Tether announced plans to move its corporate headquarters to El Salvador, citing regulatory clarity and the government's forward-thinking approach. El Salvador's crypto story can be traced back to 2019 in the coastal town of El Zonte, now known as Bitcoin Beach. A donation of 12 Bitcoin from an anonymous donor sparked the creation of a circular Bitcoin economy, giving residents access to financial tools in a place which lacked traditional banking. Today, Bitcoin Beach is home to thousands of users and hundreds of businesses. It sparked a wave of crypto tourism and has helped transform the local economy. The model has even inspired similar initiatives across Latin America and beyond. El Salvador is a country where crypto has real potential to drive financial inclusion. Over 70% of the population is unbanked, and remittances make up more than 26% of GDP. Inflation is a constant concern. Cryptocurrency offers a faster, cheaper way to send money and is a potential hedge against weakening currencies. Mass adoption is still a work in progress, but there is no doubt El Salvador's crypto-forward approach has already made a big impact. Next up, Brazil is quickly emerging as one of the world's most forward crypto countries. Economic instability and high inflation in particular have led to millions of Brazilians to explore the potential of digital assets. A key moment came in late 2022 when Brazil passed a landmark crypto regulation bill establishing an initial legal framework for service providers. Sao Paulo, the country's financial capital, has become a hotspot for crypto activity. From cafes and shops to art galleries, more and more businesses are accepting Bitcoin and other digital currencies. The city also hosts major blockchain events that continue to draw in international attention. Recognizing Brazil's potential, Binance has invested heavily in the market. In late 2024, the Central Bank of Brazil approved Binance's acquisition of a licensed broker leader, helping the company align with the virtual asset security provider regulations. Then, in 2025, Binance became the country's first licensed crypto broker dealer. Brazil is now one of its top 10 global markets. The Central Bank of Brazil now acts as the market regulator. Since being appointed, it's shown a clear commitment to public input and fair regulation, having already raised 4 public consultations, the first in 2023 and more following in 2024. And there is more on the horizon. A new bill is under consideration for purposes of the creation of a sovereign strategic Bitcoin reserve aimed at diversifying the nation's treasury assets and accelerating blockchain development. With its strong government backing and some of the highest crypto adoption rates in the world, Brazil is a crypto-friendly nation you'll want to watch. Next up, Estonia has earned its reputation as a crypto-friendly country thanks to its clear regulations and digital-first approach. Its government-backed e-Residency program continues to attract global entrepreneurs, offering a digital ID that allows them to set up and manage EU-based companies remotely. For crypto businesses, that means full access to the European market with transparent rules and strong digital infrastructure to support growth. Estonia was also one of the first countries to formally licensed virtual asset security providers. Regulation is handled with the Financial Intelligence Unit, which enforces strict anti-money laundering and know your customer requirements. This gives the sector credibility while still encouraging innovation. The country's unique tax policies are another major benefit. Corporate income tax is only applied when profits are distributed, allowing crypto companies to reinvest earnings tax-free. For everyday users, Estonia's digital ecosystem makes crypto especially accessible, with widespread internet access and strong adoption of digital ID. Onboarding is faster and smoother. People are already used to managing services online, so using crypto platforms fits naturally into daily life. Combined with the added trust and access that comes with being an EU member state, Estonia offers one of the most secure, efficient, and accessible environments for both crypto businesses and individual users. Now let's head down under to Australia, one of the most crypto-friendly countries in the world. It's home to a tech-savvy population and a government that's shown a keen interest in the potential of digital assets. Studies consistently show Australians are eager participants in the digital asset space, with one of the highest adoption rates globally. In fact, a whopping 28.1% of Australians have invested in crypto, according to research from Protocol Theory. The Australian Crypto Convention is also another highlight. Nearly 10,000 attendees attended last year at the International Convention Centre in Sydney, making it the largest crypto event in the Southern Hemisphere. Australia's success has been bolstered by a proactive government which is clearly committed to building a strong foundation for the industry. Its regulators are working on clear licensing frameworks for exchanges in active consultations with local businesses, and the ATO provides relatively clear crypto tax guidelines. This welcoming climate has naturally attracted big names. Binance officially launched in Australia back in 2020, and in 2024, Coinbase sponsored the Melbourne Marathon, offering $20 in Bitcoin to anyone that completed their first race. That enthusiasm is mirrored in public sentiment. According to the latest RRI report, 42.9% of Australians believe crypto will achieve widespread adoption in the future. Between strong user demand and forward-thinking regulation and impressive institutional adoption, Australia has more than earned its spot as one of the world's most crypto-friendly nations. And last up, we have Germany, which stands out as one of the world's most crypto-friendly countries, thanks to a combination of clear regulation, favorable taxes, and a proactive integration of digital assets into the financial system. In 2013, its government officially recognized Bitcoin as private money, becoming one of the first to define its legal status. Since then, the country has built one of the most comprehensive regulatory frameworks in Europe. The Federal Financial Supervisory Authority oversees all crypto-related activities, issuing licenses for exchanges and other providers to ensure legal clarity and consumer protection. These steps have led to an increase in institutional adoption, and major investment firms are now offering crypto ETPs and ETFs through German exchanges. And let's not forget the added benefits of being part of the European Union. Germany's local regulators are reinforced by the EU's new Markets in Crypto Assets, or MiCA framework, which unifies standards across all member states. With clear rules, strong infrastructure, and growing adoption across the board, Germany has built one of the most mature and future-ready crypto environments. It's easy to see why it's seen as one of the most crypto-friendly nations. So these are some of the top crypto-friendly countries. Of course, there are plenty of other countries that we could have included, but what do you think about our list? Do you agree, or are there any obvious choices that we left out? Do let us know in the comments. It's safe to say the crypto industry moves fast, and so does evolving regulation. So as demand keeps growing, more markets will open up. Who knows? In the next few years, this list could look completely different. Let us know what you think, and we hope you enjoyed the video.